Jesus, man. Did you see it? Eddie, what the fuck is going on, man? See what? Christ! You haven't seen it yet! I just finished it! I've been watching it all day! Everyone's been watching it! Watching what, Eddie? Dr. Marcus Gray. Marcus Gray? The Plague Doctor? Yes! The fucking Plague Doctor. They're playing it on a loop on every channel. It'll be starting again soon. You have to see it from the beginning. Eddie, what is going on? Jesus, Kyle, I wouldn't even know where to begin. You wouldn't even believe me anyway. You just have to see it for yourself.
My fellow Americans. For those of you who don't know me, I am Dr. Marcus Gray. I come to you today to disclose to the entire world a recent discovery that will radically alter our human civilization forever. In fact, it is safe to say that after today, none of your lives will ever be the same again. Many of you may be wondering why I am doing this broadcast instead of President Reed. There is no easy way to put this, but President Reed has died.
Reed's dead?
I, along with General Wayland, are temporarily filling leadership roles until our country decides what we will do next. I know this is a shock to all Americans, but I'm not being callous when I say, this is the least of our problems.
The things we have learned and witnessed over the past several weeks have left us shaken and confused.
But as we've debated the path forward, we have decided the best course is radical honesty. To this end, I and my team have put together the following documentary. I know what you're about to see will seem unbelievable. But in the coming days, when you are witnessing unbelievable things and begin seeking answers, I hope the following information provides you at least some clarity on what we are facing. Tell me about the day you died.
We don't have time for this, Gray. What is it you don't understand? Everything you know, everyone you love, all gone, forever. We have to go, now!
Oh, we're gonna make time. If you want us to believe you, we have to know everything. No lies, no sugarcoating. The brutal, honest truth from the beginning. If you want to gain our trust, this is the only way.
If we must, then let's not waste time. What is it exactly you want to know?
Exactly what I said. Tell me the story of your death.
Fine. As you wish. My last day on Earth, I was slaughtering another village. I required more slaves for my obsidian pits. My men had taken no casualties. it was complete domination. And that, Gray, is the moment I died.
You were some kind of war chief?
Not a war chief, a warlord, Gray. No man held power over me.
I can imagine. How does that happen? How does a woman in ancient Africa rise up to become a warlord?
The same way men do, Gray. With blood. Even as a small girl, I knew I was different than the others. Knew I was more than they were. They all seemed closer to animals than true equals. I felt no connection. It made it impossible to bond. Because of my eyes, the villagers believed I had been touched by the great unknown. Even the adults feared me. An instinct I could not fault them for. I had killed my mother in childbirth, so it was only my father and I. My father was a simple-minded man. But due to one fortunate death, followed by another fortunate death. He found himself as the leader of our tribe. I knew instantly I was born to rule. And for the first time in my life, I was happy. But it would not last. In just 2 years, the drought had taken everything. Our tribe faced slow extinction. Faced with certain death, I convinced my father to do the only thing we could for survival. He sold me to Goran the Skull Taker. Goran was a warlord who lived inside a black mountain and brutally controlled the largest source of fresh water for 1,000 miles. The mountain rainfall funneled through the porous volcanic rock, naturally filtering into freshwater springs that flowed directly into the lake. Goran's men patrolled the basin and captured any who dared steal his water. Those found guilty were fed to Goran's giant pet croc, Chaka. Goran took one look at my eyes and instantly had plans for a cave full of amber-eyed offspring. But I had plans of my own. That night, Goran took me into his cave chamber. I spread my legs. And removed the sharpened leopard's claw I had wrapped in a fish bladder and hidden inside me. The sleep aid I put in the drinking water had incapacitated Gorang's men. Goran's throne was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. I knew what had to be done. My father and our desperate tribe waited for me outside the cave as I had ordered. Then we butchered all of Goran's men as they slept. I was finally where I belonged. After killing Goran and his men, the people looked at me different. They began to see me as a savior, a belief useful in gaining their obedience. But they weren't wrong to look up to me, Grey, because I knew things that I could not have possibly known.
What things?
Well, for one, I knew what atoms were.
Go on.
And I knew that obsidian glass is one of the sharpest materials on Earth, right down to the molecule. And I knew that adding animal sinew, bone, and hide glue to the wood of a bow would double its power. And I knew exactly the right deadly plant. The right poisonous insect. And the right toxic fungus to create the world's deadliest poison. When they saw what my weapons could do, all the men were eager to join my raids. The poison mixed with the sharpness of the obsidian meant even a scratch was fatal. I understood from an early age that the most valuable resource on Earth is water. And the second most valuable resource is slaves. I took what I wanted and who I wanted. And no one stood in my way. The obsidian was deadly but fragile. Every time you shot an arrow or used a spear, the tip had to be replaced. It was extremely labor-intensive. Through the years, as my dependency on obsidian grew, so did my need for slaves.
Gasoline and fire burn it to the ground. Concrete and dust, ice cold smile, watch it all burn down. God is dead. God.
My father opposed the taking of slaves.
It is dark, and some tool is vice after vice.
He believed that all people are born free and should be treated with dignity.
The relative coding that is in the Naswata is the church.
So I made an example out of him.
Right now, bet you wish you were in that field with the horses.
My warriors and I set fire to the savannah. No village could stand against us.
Burns down, hide it in a field of.
And for a brief, glorious moment in time, I was the queen of my own perfect Eden. But it was never enough. I constantly needed more meat for my pits. The obsidian cut the workers to shreds, and the mirror shine of the glass baked them in the sun. Even the children didn't last longer than a couple of months. Which brings me, Gray, back to my last day on this earth before today. I was looking over the captives when a young woman, barely more than a child, grabbed my obsidian dagger from its sheath.
Better than roses and violence. I bet you wish that you'd seen the other side.
It was my own poison.
Darling, I know. I bet you wish that you'd never lied to me. Just
My men had seen my poisons firsthand in battle many times and knew there was nothing that could be done. My last moment, I thought about all the blood I had spilled, all of the pain I had inflicted on others, all of the suffering I had spread. And my only dying wish was that I could have caused more.
Killed by your own poison. Seems fitting.
I hear you're a talented poisoner yourself, Gray.
We're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about what happened next. What happened after you died.
Nothingness happened next, Gray. For what could have been 1,000,000 years or the blink of an eye, I ceased to exist. Just like it was before I was born. I was nothing. And then, pain. The pain was so intense. It was as if every cell in my body had caught fire at the same time. A whole world made of obsidian and fire. There was no doubt what this place was. Suffering. There was no moisture in the air. Every breath was broken glass. I walked for days across the obsidian landscape, searching for water. But it was clear there was none to be found in this place. After only 4 days without water, my body began to shrivel and die. Until finally, I could go on no more. My only thought was, at least I won't be thirsty anymore.
Let me guess. You resurrected next to your corpse.
Indeed, Gray. My flesh made whole to begin the suffering all over again.
So what did you do when you realized that death offered no escape?
I did the only logical thing. I crafted a crude cutting tool out of the obsidian and used it to eat the corpse. Even a dehydrated body has enough water in it to keep you alive for a day or two. As far as I knew, my body was the only source of water on this planet. I did not let a single corpse go to waste.
Tell me more.
Every few days, I died of dehydration. But each time my flesh was restored, I came back slightly different. Twisted by each death until I became something I did not recognize. I was insane with thirst, rabidly searching without hope, my mind unable to even hold another thought. Until... I severed his spine to make feasting on him easier. And then I gorged myself, knowing exactly what would happen next. I had finally found my water source.
Jesus. Tell me, Eve, if what you're telling us is true, why on earth would anyone trust you?
You shouldn't trust me, Gray. But by telling you the truth about all of this, I hope you will allow for the possibility that I'm telling the truth about the rest of it. Because regardless of how much I despise it, it doesn't change the fact that our entire existence currently relies on you. So now let me ask you a question, Gray. Are we going to talk all day and let everything disappear, or are we going to stop them?